Boom, boom. Hey, today I'll be explaining how you can overcome being camera shy so you can speak to a camera and address your audience with confidence. Intro. Hey, my name's Ka-Lok. I'm a creative professional and filmmaker, and I've directed and coached a lot of first-time talent to be comfortable in front of the camera. So whether you want to start a personal brand, you want to become an authority figure, or you just want to document your process, being able to speak to a camera is a really valuable skill to have. It seems nowadays, if you have a video or podcast on a topic, that's the new so-and-so wrote the book on X subject. It kind of makes you the expert voice now, because in theory, no one in their right mind, that's the key phrase there, would sit in front of the camera and talk about a topic that they had no clue about. It's already happening that everyone is starting to appear in front of the camera now. If you just look on LinkedIn, CEOs and businesses are often appearing in videos as they know that it just helps show authenticity and building a brand. I wouldn't be surprised if soon being able to speak to a camera is just a required extra skill for your job. So here are my 3 tips to help you get started and just be a bit more comfortable. Speak to just one person. Most people feel nervous in front of the camera because they get too self-conscious. When you first do it, you start hearing your own voice, and then you start overthinking everything you have to say, then suddenly you hear your own accent and you're like, ugh, is that what I actually sound like? And then you start noticing that your hands are moving in front of you, and then you don't know what to do with those, so you start sitting all weird and uncomfortably. And then just to make things worse, you can see yourself going through that struggle on the screen in front of you. And it just enhances how weird this all actually is. But it's only weird because you think, I don't normally do this and I don't normally speak to a camera. But I'm pretty certain that you have done it, and in fact, you're probably pretty good at it. If you've ever done a Skype call or a Facetime call, you're essentially speaking to a camera. The only difference is you can see the other person and you know exactly who you're talking to. And that one difference changes everything. You need to have someone in mind, which is why it's so important to be clear on your client avatar or your customer persona or whatever you want to call it. Just know who you're speaking to. So stop looking at yourself on the little screen and look directly at the camera, think of the person you have in mind and speak to that one person. Don't say, hey you guys or hey you all, it's just you. Saying you all will unconsciously make you think you're addressing a whole audience, which is just going to give you more stage fright. And thousands of people may end up watching your video, but in one single moment, it's likely just one person scrolling on their phone, and it's not going to be a group of people gathering around a screen to watch it together. And secondly, saying you is far more personal. We, you, I don't identify as you all or you guys because we're just a single individual. So right now, it should feel like I'm speaking directly to you because I am. Your on-camera persona should be the real you, just slightly heightened. So you're not acting, but everything is just dialed up just a few degrees. So all these YouTubers and presenters and even speakers on stage, it's always a slightly enhanced version of themselves. When you speak to the camera, project your voice just a little more than usual, as though you're speaking to someone across the room. Injecting your personality in videos like this can be quite difficult because even if you're a super lively person, the camera tends to dull it a little. If you were here, I'd probably be speaking to you like this, at this tone. But on camera, that probably came across really dull. If you still think you're really bad at it, there is a way to practice. This week, just pull out your phone and record a quick 1-minute video diary every day. You don't have to upload it anywhere, but by the end of the week, you should be more comfortable in front of the camera. And when you review the videos, you can see what parts you need to dial up and anything you need to adjust. My third and final point is to not have a script and just have talking points. A script will turn you into a robot just reciting words. You'll be spending too much time thinking about what you wrote down and then what you have to say, as opposed to just saying what's on your mind like you would in a real conversation. So just have a few talking points and go with the flow. Like with anything, it's gonna get easier with practice. It's only gonna feel weird and embarrassing for maybe the first 10 minutes, but if you can keep these few tips in mind to speak to one person, to project your voice a bit, and just to dial up your personality and have a conversation, you're gonna be fine. Just treat it as though you're leaving a video message for someone to find a bit later. If you have any questions for me so I can address you specifically in a future video, feel free to leave me a comment or you can message me on social, links are in the description. And if you found this video to be helpful or valuable in any way, I'd appreciate a like and a subscribe. And now that we've gotten to the end, here's a secret. I'm still having trouble finding a good way to sign off these videos. So for now, I'm just gonna say, I've been Ka-Lok, see you next time. Nope, that was stupid.